Peace and blessings, black family. It's your brother again, Asar Allah. I got a special guest and my brother right here, Knowledge Allah. And we going to build on the topic. What you want to say, first of all?
I just want to say peace, blessings, and love to my people. We here to break atoms down.
That's a true story. Now, we got several topics we want to talk about. We've been building for a long time. I'm glad I got the God right here. It's a pleasure to sit next to the God. And we're going to talk about, he liked the subject of why Islam. So he want to build on that most definitely, why Islam. And I talk about why I have chosen Islam, myself. And he going to talk about why Islam. I haven't heard from his perception of why, and I'm definitely eager to hear it. And I'm going to talk about some more political standpoints, what's going on in the black community today after we build and destroy on why Islam. So why you think Islam, brother? It's for what I'm saying when I say why Islam, why is Islam for the black nation? It's better for black people.
First off, I want to say it's a pleasure and honor to be here with the God today. I like what he's doing and everything. You know what I'm saying? We definitely need more of this in our community, in our nation. And the topic of why is Islam, the question is why not Islam? The brothers is doing a great job as far as with the nation. I mean, it shows us black unity. You know, people want to talk about the Islam, the Nation of Islam is doing this and doing that. But at the same time, though, we missing the main important thing of what they're doing, and that's far as bringing black unity and teaching black unity, black respect, black love. You know what I mean? And showing that blacks can come together for a certain movement. And I think it's important. Me personally, I'm not a religious type of guy, but I am God-bodied. I came up under the 5% nation. But Islam is a great foundation to start for our people. For the most part, I would say there's the only ones that's around right now today, like I say, is that is teaching this black unity. You know what I mean? I think for the most part, us as a black nation need to start putting more support effort in supporting them brothers and their cause. Now, if they had the nation behind them, that's what we supposed to do, support our tribe, because we all is one tribe over here in these the wilderness over here in North America. And you can see how they treat us, you know what I mean? Because they look at it as we all divided. And it's clear, this is why they keep kind of hunting our people and shooting and killing our people and figuring that they can do anything to our people, for one, because they has no support, they has no backing. But if we had the whole nation pushing behind our people, we wouldn't let nobody come into our nation and our tribe invade and violating what we stand for, but as they look at it as we all divided, we all separate, so they can pick us off as they choose to, and for the most part they say what they gonna do. They gonna talk, they gonna march, well, whatever, we can let them do that. But at the same time, though, it's kind of heavy, because my way of thinking things is we got to be prepared to go to war. And I'm not saying go out and, just start causing chaos and commotion. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we don't really want bloodshed, because by nature, we as a peaceful people, you know what I mean? We stand righteous in everything that we do, But it comes a time, though, that there could be no peace with chaos, and they creating chaos and turmoil in our lives. You know what I'm saying? They got everybody living in a state of fear to be a black man. And for the most part, like I said, I think we need to start supporting more of the Nation of Islam more, because as far as right now, between them and the new Black Panther Party and people trying to rally up our people and teach the civilized way of living, and what we need to be doing as a whole, because it's not no I, it's a we. It's we as a nation, as a people of color, as a people with this hue in our skin. You know what I mean? Because if we don't start sticking together and standing for a cause, then we will fall as a nation. And things just need to get better around here.
True story. I wanted to go ahead on to God, because you said a couple of things I want to hit on, but I got some more questions I want to ask you. You said about we are a peaceful people by nature. which is true. You said we don't want to cause bloodshed. I want to add on to that. We don't want to cause bloodshed. And I say that sometimes bloodshed is necessary. It's the same thing. It's a way of nature. If if a person, if there's an issue in a person's body, you know what I'm saying, the doctor had to cut on this person, so there's going to be bloodshed to make this person better. So sometimes when you got unpeaceful people that's ruling the world in a war with a war mentality, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes, war have to be
True indeed.
done to them.
Justice.
So which is justice. And Farrakhan said justice or else. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want we are peaceful people. We tried to march peacefully. They sick dogs on us, you know what I'm saying, sprays with water hose, put us in jail. They used to have dogs biting off the nipples of women. You know what I'm saying? That's what they trained their dogs to do and different things for this when it was a peaceful march. And just as happened with the brother yesterday, showing him his gun permit, they shoot him,
Right.
And the thing is, sometimes we have to understand this. Sometimes bloodshed is necessary. And I'm saying this because Islam is the truth. Because Islam will teach you that you die for what you believe in. And a man dies standing on all two, not with his knees to the ground, bowing. So this is why I wanted to remove the mentality of Christianity, because it teaches you to turn the other cheek and be passive and submissive to harsh rulership, to injustice. They teach you to tolerate injustice. So this would keep our people in a slave condition. You know what I'm saying? So in order for us to change that condition, we have to be able to stand up even if we have to die. We have to be able to stand up for what is right. You know what I'm saying? This is how justice will be able to come in, not letting all these things happen. I don't want to speak too much on that because I got a lot to say about that.
Right.
But that's important. That bloodshed, we don't want that at all. But sometimes it is necessary. You know what I'm saying? So I don't shed no tear when the bloodshed have to happen to the enemy. And I definitely know that everything in nature has a natural enemy. And the natural enemy to us is the wicked rulers of this world. The people that's ruling this world. So and did all the trick knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So, but I want to ask you a question. We talking about why Islam. I want to ask you definitely because we both. I'm pretty sure we both believe that the nation can rise no higher than this woman.
True
You know what I'm saying? That the black woman is the goddess. You know what I'm saying, of the universe. She's the goddess, and the goddess means she got a counterpart. You know what I'm saying? Another part, which is the God. So the importance of the goddess, though, which is the mother of civilization, which is the first teacher to the nation. This is the question I have for you. Why is Islam so important to the black woman?
Because I think so for the most part nowadays, the women nowadays have lost their way, lost their true identity, caught up over here, living this savage life amongst these savages, you know what I mean? And when I say amongst these savages, I say the European, they try to strip the woman of everything, and to do that, they have to strip the man first. So once they do, they divided the man and the woman. So now the woman feels that she is more empowered than the man. And then at the end of the day, all that does do is cause turmoil and disruption inside the home. And the black woman, for the most part, is the most important part of our nation. Like you said, though, God, you say that they are the first teachers of the born. And now, in order for that to teach, we have to create a stable environment for our black woman. We have to show her the proper ways of adequacy in dealing with herself, her baby, the true way of living, which is peace, in order for it to be peace. So the slave masters somehow back then, the thing what they did to enslave the people was to install fear inside the black woman. And in order to install fear in the black woman, it genetically messed up her psyche in order for her to pass those fear genetics on down to the seed, So now we is born from birth with a certain types of fear, and we grow up with that same type of fear because the woman, that's all she know. So that's all she know how to install inside the baby. So, and the black man, for the most part, has no fear. We fears nothing on this earth because we know we are the earth. We are one with the earth. So that said, I would say that we have to go back. It still falls back on the black man. The black man have to stand up, you know what I mean, and reassure the black woman that we are their savior, we are their protector, we are their provider. So once we start doing that and showing a black woman that there's nothing to fear, we are here. You feel what I'm saying? So once we do that, so she can be at ease and she can be comfortable and she can fall back into her true way of life, her true way of living, which is peace, Islam, or however you want to, you know what I'm saying? Speaking that language. But at the same time, like I say, is this peace at home, then it will be peace in the black family. Now each one can play their position. The mother, the father, and the babies can play their position as this position is supposed to be according to nature. You know, the black man, the head of the household, and take full responsibility of what goes on. The black woman would have no problem and wouldn't have to worry about the things that the black man has to do because the black man got that under control. So she can concentrate on raising the babies, feeding the babies, teaching the babies, you know what I'm saying? And rearing the babies to their proper way so that they can grow up and be more productive, have more morals in them. Because right now, today, these kids and these babies is not growing up with those same morals that the black nation is all about. You know what I mean? So I say that to say that the Nation of Islam teaches this. They put those things back into them black sisters and them sisters of color so that it gives them some type of structure, you know, but they can't do it alone. You know what I'm saying? They need the black man to stand up and assist them and be there and aid them. Because right now they falling under the trick knowledge of the white man. They thinking that the white man is this savior because this is the way that they designed it to be. They designed it so that the black woman will run to them and betray the black man. This is why we find ourselves in so many different situations caught up with the law or having these people to have to intermediate between the two because they got the sisters running to them, and not only running to them, they're actually blackmailing the sisters and dangling certain benefits and profits and gains over their head. You know, so they say, okay, you can't afford this. You need housing. You need money. You need food. You need somebody to take care of this and take care of this. Come to us. All we want you to do is keep us informed on how the black man is moving, their whereabouts, what they up to, and we will give you all these things. So this is why I think so for the most part that the sisters in today's society is so quick to betray and run over here for momentarily gains of some type of instant gratification, you know?
True story.
So, but at the same time, the Europeans is actually breaking our sisters down. You understand what I'm saying? They breaking them down.
Dude.
Yeah, they making them weak.
Add on to what you're saying. You said something that's key, but I think it's 10 light years ahead of the mentality of our people. You know, you said that the man have to get himself in order for the woman. That's all the way true. But what's happening right now, I agree with that 1,000%. Because if with black man God, he right, the woman will follow. Because her nature is submissive. That's why she have a womb. And the womb shows she receptive. She receives. True. The man is projective. This is why you have a phallus. You follow what I'm saying? So it's natural for the man to lead, to be projective, and the woman will follow. But the man is not leading. It's a role reversal. And exactly what you were saying, I want to get it to this point about the cracker. And I discussed that before. The reason why I call him cracker, not to degrade him. This is the name they call themselves because this is the one that cracked the whip against the black man, woman, and child, which is a true holy trinity. You know what I'm saying? So what the cracker do today, like I told my queen, say a black man, if he get pulled over, he don't know that he gonna live today. True. When the police behind him, when the police about to get in the car with his gun, you see? So he ain't getting out with a whip today. You know what I'm saying? He getting out with 45 bullets. You know what I'm saying? Right. So he don't know. This black man, he can kill this black man just because he don't like him. He don't like the way he look. Do you see what I'm saying? So, or he can send him to prison. Just as they put drugs on my brother.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? My brother, they put drugs on him. Do you follow what I'm saying? Just because they could. You know what I'm saying? We got all these crackers riding around in our city in cars, just like they used to do with horses. Now they riding around in cars. They're not even from our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So in order for the black man to be able to lead his woman, because the black woman know he can't lead right now, because he looking at anything can happen to the black man. He don't have any power.
Right.
So what had to happen is we have to obtain power. We have to get power back again in order to lead our black woman that way. Because right now how the black man gonna get her a house? Do you follow what I'm saying? She can run to the slave master and go ahead and get the house. But the black man, what he got to do, he got to do some whole bunch of extra curriculums to go ahead and be able to get the house, because it's designed that way. So if we don't have the unity and take our community back, the black man will never be able to lead. If he's not in power, he'll never be able to lead the black woman. So the fight is to keep the black man powerless. You know what I'm saying?
True indeed.
So true story. Whoever watching this, we need to unite and use our power and get power. Just like all these in my community, I don't know about yours, but pale skinned Arabs, white Arabs, you follow what I'm saying, run the stores, which is food, which is a necessity. They run the cab taxi services, which is transportation, which is a necessity. They run the cellular phone shops, which is communication, which is necessity. You follow what I'm saying? So they got all the necessities in our community, but only the black man can remove them.
True.
Just as in downtown and uptown Harlem, you had the mafia to come in, and the mafia, these Italians, not even from there, began to say, "Hey, you want to if you want to run this store, you gonna pay me. You ain't gonna run this store." You follow what I'm saying? It even came to the point where not even businesses that wasn't legitimate. They say, if you snatch your purse, if I catch somebody snatching a purse around here, give me a percentage. You know what I'm saying? But they did it with might of the gun, might of the knife, with violence, because they only have 6 ounces of brain power. The black man has 7.5 ounces of brain power, able to operate on 7 different planes. So he don't have to actually use violence to destroy the Arabs' operation. You follow what I'm saying? That they poison us, which they selling poison, which is alcohol, which they don't drink, pork, which they don't eat, in our communities. You follow what I'm saying? Sell to our people, but you being hypocritical because you don't use it yourself. You know what I'm saying? And low key selling things they shouldn't sell. You know what I'm saying? So, and to minors. You know. So, but none of us black men is removing that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not the kind of black man to sit here and talk about it. I be about it. You know what I'm saying? So, the whole thing is we gotta be able to come together. I ain't gonna talk about the plan on this, but we gotta be able to come together and take our communities back, man.
True.
Be black owned. You know what I'm saying? Be able to circulate the black dollar. But that's done, like he said, through the Nation of Islam. This is the teachings through the FOIs and the training for the men and the MGT training for the women. I just want to add on to your wisdom, God.
You know, like I said, I sat back and did the science myself to the whole thing about the Arabs, the Chinese, and these people in our communities, you know. And for the most part, I feel that it's taking these people. America has allowed for the Arabs, the Chinese, the Indians to come over here now to enslave us. They look at it like these people is sweet. They sweet meat. We done been ruling them and sucking the blood out of them for years. Come on. Y'all can come over here and get a taste of it too. So what they do is they come set up these shops in our neighborhoods, like the God was saying, as far as the communication of food supplies and the corner stores where they charging us taxes and want every penny and drop up out of it. They not giving nothing back. They not doing nothing for the baby. They not building no parks and all of these things. We are just willfully giving these people all our money, and what they doing is sending it back to feed their family in another country. So the Europeans have said allowed them to come over here, and now we as re-enslaving ourselves through this. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, it's liquor stores and all of these other things that's flooding our community. What they doing is they tranquilizing us. They trying to slow us down. Like the God say, the black man operates on 7.5 ounces of brain power. So come on, they fear us. The black man is the biggest fear of the world, not just the United States. The world fears the black man powers. This is why they try to teach us this tricknology and reverse our minds and create these illusions to keep us chasing things that really has no value to it. So we chase these things and we find ourselves more and more lost. It's like a dog running backwards. You know what I mean? Or chasing its own tail. So these are the things that they do. So if it's not one thing, it's another thing. And they try to keep us in a state of fear, a state of panic. Because if we constantly living under these type of circumstances, it creates this stress, this worry, this pressure. So now how can we constantly be creative and function on the things that's more important, which is peace and happiness? You know what I'm saying? Enjoying the fruits of life. You know? So the thing, what they do is, like I say, they try to train the mind. They training the mind now. You know what I'm saying? No different from the two brothers that just got shot down the other days, 2 days ago or whatnot, you know? So what that do, it creates a panic and a fear. They do this every few years or so to keep the black man in line. This is really what it's all about. When they feel the black man's is getting stronger, they put something out there, you know. So now it's like we walking on eggshells now, because we know that these Europeans is out here on the hunt again. And we know that there's never going to be no justice when we're dealing with these people, because they have no justice. They understand no justice. They live a savage, uncivilized life. And the only thing they ever own, anything that the white European race can ever obtain, they got it through us. This is why they haven't rid the black man from this planet Earth, because they know at the end of the day, they cannot survive without the black man. We are the lifeline of this world, you know. But see, the only thing they gonna do is keep trying to break us, keep trying to build wealth off our backs, instead of us taking our rightful positions and standing up. And like he said before, they don't want bloodshed, but this is what they want, because they carnivores. This is what they do. This is why they eat. They meat half done, because they like the taste of the blood. And this comes back from far, far long ago, when they was eating themselves and eating their peoples and eating these dogs and living up in these mountains, you know what I mean, to survive. So that's all they know, you know. So I think it's going to become a point in time that we're going to have to give them what they're looking for. And this is another reason why they're trying to disarm all black men, you know, because they want to stock up on their firepower. But when it comes time to it, and they know it's going to come a time to it, but we is not going to have no arms to fight, you know. So they trying to make it a win-win for them. But even though they still cannot outthink us, outwit us, they never could, you know. This is why they come and get us to fight all their wars, to run this country. But when they get done with you, they do push you to the side and kill you off. Change the name, no different from Aristotle, Plato, Socrates. You know what they did, you know what I'm saying? They done put their names all on these ancient Greek philosophies and sciences and things of this nature. They went over there and pillaged the earth and stole it and put their name on it, knowing damn well that they couldn't comprehend nothing that they did, and they got the world thinking that this stuff came from the European white man, which is a lie, you know. But they tend to believe it. They tend to run with it. That's why I don't really understand these black sororities and fraternities and things of that nature, because now you feeding the stereotype that this is what it is. You know what I mean? Which is truly false. And don't mean to go off subject, but there's so much different things that's going on out here in this world and with our people that we can go on for days and days and hours, you know what I mean? But it was just something that, you know, I wanted to share.
I want to add on to what you said when you said that the cracker fear the original black man. And for one, when I say original, because it's meaning the first. An original black man is a black man that's in his right state of mind. He is in his original state. He knows who he is. But they also fear the black male. He might not be in a state of mind. They don't never want him to get in his right state of mind. But the black male is still powerful. And what Islam taught us that the black man is the sun. So they taught us that. Father Allah taught us that, right?
True.
The black man is the sun, right? And the sun is the foundation of the solar system. The black man is the foundation of his family, right? So if you really look at the sun and its power, and we like the sun is killing the white people right now. It's taking them off the planet, right?
Right.
All right, because they not really from the planet, right? So the sun is an enemy to them. So naturally they fear us too, because us in our right mindset would take them off the planet. But that's the original black man. But they will fear the black male, his genetics, his biology, because even in his biology alone, his sperm can wipe out the whole white race.
Right.
Do you follow what I'm saying? So
Right.
they fear. I remember I used to drive. I used to work in Troy, and it's all white community, all rich white people and stuff, right? And they used to just pull me over because I was black, and they were scared that I was going to be able to get with their women. Do you follow what I'm saying? So they want to make sure, pull you over every chance you get, try to take your license, man. You know what I'm saying? So you won't drive out there, then try to put fear in you. I ain't driving out there no more, man. They pull me over every time I drive out there. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I had at the time when I was blind, deaf, and dumb, I had a white girlfriend, right? And I was driving with her out there. The police pulled me over. When they pulled me over, this is what they say. They say to her, "Ma'am, is this man holding you against your will?"
Word.
Because they asked her. It's like, "No, it's my boyfriend." You know what I'm saying? I said, that's deep. You know, I'm young. I'm a teenager, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm like, man, this deeper than mine. But I began once I came into the knowledge of self through the teaching of Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the teaching of the 5% nation of gods and earth. When I came into the knowledge of self, I realized that it is fear, man. They really fear us, man. So now they're saying, okay, we got to hold to guns and stuff. So like you said, they're trying to take all our guns. But the black man, we don't deal with the black male, he not strong enough mentally to know to start his own militia. You know what I'm saying? They threaten you, you get 60 months in prison automatically, mandatory, you get called a gun. So people fearing, you know what I'm saying? But look at the mind of the male, you know what I'm saying? We got white militias, no black militias, but the black male, his mind think like this. He got so much self-hatred because of fear. The white man instilled in his mama, which went down to the sea, like you said. He'd come, shoot up a house of a black family, and the police get behind and start chasing him. He'll run and throw his gun out the window. Right. You know what I'm saying? Look at the mentality of the black male. You know what I'm saying? So we need to be risen up to black men, because the black man won't run. You know what I'm saying? He'll feel justified. For one, he ain't shooting up the house because the house ain't done nothing to you. Right. You know what I'm saying? But then he not gonna run from the cracker. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is that mind, but they don't want us to come to that mind. But even if they do try to make it, what they are making illegal for the guns, but even if they try to take the guns away, a person got to understand, there's no power in the gun. The power is in the human behind the gun. But the gun ain't that powerful itself. Even the human with the gun not powerful itself, because if I'm gonna show you how it can work. If just say if somebody they got their gun, they big and bad, right? And they walking through the woods and they bumped into a wasp hive, a beehive. And the bees start attacking them, what they gun gonna do? Right. You know what I'm saying? They can shoot as much as they want. The bees gonna kill them. Bees gonna kill them. Do you follow what I'm saying? So the original black man, he know that it's only so much power. It's a limited power. You follow what I'm saying? In that gun, in the weapon. So the Caucasians deal with a limited thinking. So they think this is power, power, power. But once we get in our right mindset, I'm going to tell you what's powerful. If the whole Detroit, the black nation Detroit say we ain't paying taxes no more, we straight. That's real power. That's real. Do you follow what I'm saying? We ain't paying DTE. We've just found out, or DTE, I don't know what y'all have, it's the lights and gas. We just found out the gas is free in the earth.
True indeed.
You follow what I'm saying? Almighty God, or Allah, gave us this gas free. So why the hell you paying? I got to pay all this money for it. Electricity is free. We straight. You see what I'm saying? And these taxes, why I'm paying for this land? Who owns this land?
They don't own the land. Why they charging us for it?
See, we know the story behind it.
Right.
It's our land. You know what I'm saying? So if all the blacks say what they will take us out of the house, we ain't leaving out the house.
Right.
Where all of us gonna go? See, but we not thinking like that. I ain't letting nobody put me in a house. It's the fear. You know what I'm saying? So if all of us unite, that's what they don't want us to do. If we say we straight on paying these taxes, man, we paying these taxes every year, man. We straight. You know what I'm saying? None of us paying it. You have to put all of us out. You know what I'm saying? Put us out where? They said them niggas don't come to our community. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna put them out. We don't have to negotiate. You see what I'm saying? So this the Bible said that's power. That's real power. But that guns and stuff or violence and stuff, we don't blow up a police station, different things like that. They got plenty more police stations.
True indeed.
The federal government print money. You know what I'm saying? They can buy many more police stations. That's not power. You know what I'm saying? That's limited power. You know, real power is say, listen, man, nobody in our community is supporting this liquor store no more. Arabs, y'all gotta get the hell up out of here. We ain't going there no more. That's power.
And they gotta go.
You know what I'm saying? They not gonna have a reason to be there because nobody come to their store. But it's the building still there. We taking over the building. It's ours. We got a black store in our community.
Right, but see,
you know what I'm saying?
And the thing that I see the most, right, is that they got our people confused so much that if me and you go out and take a stand in front of that liquor store, like, look, dig this, partner, you gotta either give back to our babies or you gotta go. But we rather for you to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you gotta get up out of here. But then you got our so-called people come up there and say, why y'all doing that? He cool, he good, he this and this and that. You know what I'm saying? But instead of standing behind us and supporting what we doing, you know, they too busy trying to knock us down. You know what I mean?
They will
and say
knock
that
us
we
down.
wrong. And see, this is why our people are so divided, you know? And that's the main thing. That's the mental mind state that they is in. They in this mind state of confusion.
You say something one time. I want you to finish. You said our people would say that why y'all doing to see the Arabs? They cool, right? I hear so many people say these Arabs cool, right? But think about where they at in our community. After they done, they wrap up and go to the crib. If you was really cool, why the hell you got a bulletproof glass?
Right.
You follow what I'm saying? You ain't cool. None of them cool. They not in our community. You follow what I'm saying? Yeah, they might say something nice to you because you buying their stuff and they don't want you to rob them.
Right.
But they're not doing nothing for cool is doing something for our community. Every month we giving 10% of our proceeds back to this community. That's cool.
That's cool.
But saying what's up, or I'll let you get a bag of chips till tomorrow.
Right.
I'll let you be short 35 cents. You follow what I'm saying? Come on, man.
You done gypped somebody out of $1, so
yeah,
you can afford
they cool, but it's because we love the devil because the devil gives us nothing.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
That gives us nothing. Like God said, though, for some strange reason, we attracted to the devil. Like they say, opposites attract. And for some reason, that we so attracted and in love with the white man, the devil, that we blind. You know what I'm saying? They say love is blind. We don't even understand why we so in love with the white man or the white race. You know what I'm saying? And they shows us nothing but hatred. You know what I mean? And but for some reason, we in love with them. I'm not in love with them. I love my people. And this is another thing. You know, we talk about the crackers are European, and it's not personal. You know, so don't think that it's personal. We coming from a racist standpoint where we anti-white and this and that, because I can feel that I can speak for the God also that we just pro-black. You know what I mean? We just love our tribe. We just love our people. So, in order for our people, until our people come in and to this oneness, then we pro-black. We not anti-white. They can do whatever they want to do. Just leave us alone and let us be. You know. So, with that said, it's up to you to choose whether you know what I mean. Your hatred, because I think we come from love. Love is in our veins and in our genes, you know, this is what we stand on. Love, truth, peace, freedom. justice and equality, you know, and it all goes into one, and that's the only way that we're gonna find peace and happiness on this earth, you know. And it's love. Love, it starts with love. We gotta have love in every fiber of our being, you know, and to have love, love is gonna bring forth the truth. In order to live in truth and oneness, you know what I'm saying, then you're gonna be at peace with yourself. And we know once you're at peace with yourself, you're gonna bring that freedom, that free state of mind, that no stress, that no worry, you know what I'm saying, and that true love. It all goes into one, you know what I mean? And justice. Justice for all, which is gonna bring forth and give birth to that equality. And once we have that equality amongst each other and that love amongst each other, then we can go and let these Europeans come amongst us to trade, but only fairly, only if they coming in peace. If they not coming in peace, like the saying in the Nation of Islam and the Nation of God and Earth teach. If they not coming in peace and causing chaos, then it's off with their head. You know what I mean? No ifs and buts about it. It's the reason why they was ran amongst us from the get-go. You know what I mean? Because they want to divide and conquer and cause confusion amongst the righteous. So I think it's time for we to exile them again. But this time, we're not going to exile them to the Caucasus Mountains. We're going to exile them out into the ocean. You know what I mean? I think so. Walk out there until they drown and kill themselves. You know what I mean? So I feel that, and then I don't think it's harsh. I think that they doing too much. You know what I mean? We shouldn't have to live in a state of fear around here. And all we trying to do is live life, be happy, and feed our babies and make something of this. You know, and with that said, time will come that it's going to be a war, and I feel that it's coming near because the things that they doing, they constantly antagonizing us. They constantly trying to provoke us with these shootings of these random innocent people, black brothers and sisters that's been treated unjustly. And today, the youth, the seeds, the black males, it's not having it. But the thing that I disagree with is that they not channeling that, they misdirecting that aggressiveness, that warriorness to face each other because they was taught to have so much hatred, and I think they moving with a low self-esteem and insecurities to the point where they figure that I would cause harm to someone that looked like me, but the one that looked like you haven't done anything to you. The one that looked like you isn't causing you harm to the degree they not depriving you, they not oppressing you, they not throwing you in prison, they not trying to rob and rape and pillage and steal everything about what it is that you do. You know what I'm saying? We got these Europeans out here hunting the black man when they patrol through these neighborhoods, and you can see they patrol through there because it's nothing but a tactic, a fear tactic. You know, they presence alone, so we just straighten up. It's like we just straighten up. You know what I mean? Straighten up for what? You know what I mean? We ain't did nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? We do have rights.
Okay, so how would you bring the black sisters back to the black male? Because there's something you got to do to educate her to get there.
Talk up a little bit. Ask that question again.
So how would you, I want to go back. How would you get the black male to come back to the female as well as the female to the male? There's a lot of work that's got to be done there.
Do you want to answer that question?
Yeah, anybody, just answer.
I'll start the question.
So,
She asked,
next.
how can we bring the black woman back to the black male, and the black male back to the black woman? That's that unity, and that's a good question. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I would say trust. You know, at the end of the day, it got to be some type of trust amongst each other, because right now there's total distrust. You know, there's no trust between the male and the woman in the community. And if you notice, that's what a lot of the disruption caused is because of that distrust, you know, because it seems as if the black man can be doing everything right and trying to do what's right, but somehow, not all sisters, but some sisters put that on unneeded pressure on him. Working a job and paying the bills may not be enough, because she see her homegirl dealing with a guy that's getting fast money real quick and blowing it faster. So what it is, she want to live that lifestyle too. She don't want to be content with what's is given until things can grow and build with that man as one. Until they can become one and not separated and say that this is what we're going to do, this is the mission that we own. We're going to grow together and we're going to build together, and this is how we're going to raise our babies. They got to come up with a plan and a goal, you know what I mean? And it's not just the black man, because the black man put a lot of stress and worries on the black woman too, which causes her to want to turn her back or lose faith in this black man. The black man, and we know that we tend to put a lot of pressure on the black woman due to our pressure of society, the oppression of the white man, of us not being able to have a fair shot. So we have to go beyond and above to get even some crumbs, you know what I mean? And they look at us sometimes that we not trying hard enough, and sisters is coming into the knowledge of knowing that we not just saying this because we lazy or we don't want to go do nothing. They starting to see that as being a black man in this nation, that we is withheld from a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, to further advance. We would love to give our black women the world, all the diamonds in the fur, or whatever it is that she desired. But somehow along the way, that the white man sees the black man as a threat, as we said. So they do everything that they can to try to disable us, cripple us, and keep us at the bottom. So this way that they can keep the sisters on their side, you know. And this is true fact. All you got to do is look around at your nearest black woman, the black man, or the next couple. You know, they all go through this.
Story. All right. First of all, that's a beautiful question. That how can we get the black woman back to her black man, and vice versa? And I want to say, Islam is the way, because Islam teaches you these 5 principles that the God mentioned, and the 5 principles is our 5 daily prayers. And each 5 daily prayers stand for a point. You know, one is truth. He said there got to be trust there. The first prayer is truth. And then you have second prayer, which is justice. Third, which is equality, freedom, and then you have love. But when you can have all those things, the 5th prayer, the last prayer is called Isha. We can say that prayer is love. All right, but these 5 principles is very, very important. And the thing of Islam, what it teaches the nature of the black man as well as the nature of the black woman. What happens, the reason why the black man and the black woman is separated, because the black man do not understand the nature of the black woman, and then the black woman do not understand the nature of the black man. And that's because the black woman herself don't know who she is and don't understand her own nature. So she can't understand the black man's nature, and the black man don't understand his own nature. So therefore he can't understand the nature of the black woman. Because what happens is, in our household, and this is done by design, many of our households, we have grew up dysfunctional, meaning we grew up with one parent, either the man or the woman. And if we did grow up with both our parents in the home, we probably only really got fed from one of the parents. There was not what we call a second prayer, justice. Justice meaning balance, okay? All right, so in this sense, it's meaning balance. All right, so what happens is, when you grow up in a household dysfunctional, you have your mother raising men or trying to raise men. She don't understand the knowledge of herself, so she don't have much to give to the man. So the man began to grow up as a woman. And the same thing, that if a man don't know his role, he can't teach his sons. You know what I'm saying? He don't know. So long time ago, you know what I'm saying, we say 400 years ago, was taken from over here on slave ships 9,000 miles to the wilderness of North America. And first of all, they stripped what? Our language. You know what I'm saying? Took that from us, you know what I'm saying? Then they took our God from us. You know what I'm saying? Then they took our culture from us. They can't practice your culture. That's why we dress like right now. We dress like white men, Europeans today. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not in love with our culture. They took that from us years and years ago, and then they placed the black man was first. You know what I'm saying? Which is knowledge, and knowledge is the foundation, and the black woman was second, meaning that she receives her light from the knowledge. And wisdom is the application of one's knowledge. So she was second, which is wisdom. And she knew that place. She was the manifestation of her man. You know what I'm saying? So she knew this. And when they came together, they brought forth an understanding. You know, so they knew the roles of she's secondary but most necessary to the planet Earth. And they knew the roles of he's the foundation. You know what I'm saying? And she's the manifestation of that foundation. And their children is that light or that understanding or that star in their sky. We had the knowledge of this, but that was stripping away, which they have placed the woman first. You know what I'm saying? As we were saying. So now it's saying different. Just as you can see a household, like I have experienced this myself. Children nowadays are more depend on the mother word more than the father. You know what I'm saying? You can see that. I have experienced that with myself. You know what I'm saying? And seeing that with my own children. You know, so the woman, the man that have a hard time to succeed. You know what I'm saying? To come up. So the woman have a easier time because they want to place the woman up front. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy who I do his lawn service for. Him and this woman had an argument in the house. Did not fight. The neighbor next door called the police. Police come out there, and they take him to jail. I knew plenty of incidents, even where I knew a woman hit the guy. The guy had the mark on him. They took the black man to jail. You know what I'm saying? So what's happening is we have to keep the black woman in front. The black man can never take the black woman. As the Holy Quran say, I'm going to strip the clothes off of Eve. Do you follow what I'm saying? And make her naked. So nowadays, the black woman is so naked that the black man scared to tell his woman to cover up. No black man want his woman to be out here naked, but they'll tolerate it and say, this is the way we dress. This how it is. Right. You know what I'm saying? But who designed them clothes? What mindset is that coming from where somebody can see your camel toe or, you know what I'm saying, your butt cheeks and your breasts? You know what I'm saying? So what that does to the mind of somebody even want to be a man, where that put their mind at? Do you follow what I'm saying? Put their mind at the state of a male. You follow what I'm saying? So until we can come into Islam and understand our place, the woman's body is something for not only sacred, but we call her the earth because she got hills and valleys, and you know what I'm saying, and she beautiful, and peaks and mountains. You know what I'm saying? So these things is keep it, what those mountains and all these do. If we understand nature, it keeps the planet in rotation. It keeps the planet in order that is not out of balance. But if the woman is showing off these things, it weakens the nation. You see what I'm saying? Like, so, for example, if I want to be a strong man, and the black woman walking around half naked, I'm still trying to be a man, but my biology, by nature, I'm a breeder. Right. So I'm like, phew. You see what I'm saying? Not that I was even thinking about this woman. It says, but by me being naturally a breeder. Do you follow what I'm saying? This is my nature. I look into her biology now. Now I'm all focused on my duty. Do you follow what I'm saying? Right. But if she don't know that this is going to do this to me, she going to show herself. Do you follow what I'm saying? But in Islam, they say, no, you cover yourself because this takes the man to his lower self.
Animal state.
The animal state. Do you follow what I'm saying? But we actually, animals don't even do what we do. We actually became lower than animals. Right. So until we can get into Islam and begin to know who we are, that's the first thing they teach you when you come, who is the original man? Do you follow what I'm saying? So who are you? This is what's important. Woman, black woman, who are you? So once you know who you are, then what's your role? Now you can know what's your role in this life. And the same thing with a black man. So until we can know that, who we are, and I think we'll always be separate.
True indeed, and that's peace. To add on a little bit on what the guy was speaking of, like I say, I mean, it's all about believing at the end of the day. The black man and the black woman got to believe in each other, you know, and they got to stand for something. And that's the only way, because as far as right now, these Europeans is stripping us of everything. Like the God said, they're going to put the woman first. But see, now they even went a step further, which people rarely pay attention to. They done put the black woman first. Now they done put the black child in front of the black man. So now the black man is last in this household. You know what I mean? Because he has no say-so. You know what I'm saying? Even the kids is disrespecting the black man.
That's deep.
So now he just in a home, this all disturbed, because he just sit there in his chair. He can't say nothing to nobody. They telling him to shut up. You know what I mean? So he just accepted going to work, and then he paying the bills and everything what he try to do, and he gets no respect, he gets no love in his own home. You know? So he just sit there. He has no voice. So now, but see, the black woman is coming back on the black woman also. Because now she falling in second place, and now the black child is the head of the house. He running it. He's in first place. So how did it go from the creation being ahead of the creator? You know? So I mean, and this is what it's coming to, because now this is what these kids do. They have no respect for their father. Now they don't have no respect for their mother. This is why they do the things that they do. You know? And it's like everybody talking about these kids is out of control. You know what I mean? They're not out of control. They just feel a lack of love. They're not getting that love. You know what I mean? Because these kids nowadays are smart. I talk to them. I listen to them. They smart. They game tight. They know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, they misguided. We not putting things that's productive in front of their face. We let them look at social media. We let them look at these things, what they think is the trending. As far as with these clothes that the God was speaking of, you know what I mean? Now come on, y'all wearing these things to draw attention because of your own lack of self-esteem, your own insecurities. You figure if I do this, maybe I can get the attention and love and the affection that, you know what I'm saying, that I'm yearning for. You know what I'm saying? The black nation is missing out on our genetic makeup of what have kept us surviving and strong and still beating to this day from the beginning of time, which is love. Love kept us to survive these many moons, these many Quran, and these many years and thousands of things that we have been through to still exist to this day. You know what I mean? And it's all is due to love. Love is the master glue to the original people, you know? But the thing is you're stripping us of our love, you know what I'm saying? Not only for each other, but for the world. You know, many things can be accomplished, man, if we can just find our place back to love. You know, understand what I'm saying?
I do. Another thing is I want to speak on briefly is sovereignty, because in itself, I believe sovereignty is another tool for the original black people. You know, because we so caught up in the Caucasian experience, man, that we want his world, the American dream. Like I was just watching a thing with this guy. He got some money. He was so happy. He bought him a Bentley. It was $300,000. He got him some money. But he talking about he rich. But think about it, man. You just spent your money. You know what I'm saying? You spent $300,000, right? Made whoever the makers of that Bentley is rich. Right. And it took money out your pocket. And the car, if you paid $340,000 for it, it depreciated probably $100,000. Do you follow what I'm saying? That day when you drove it off the lot, it depreciated about $100,000. Right. But you out $340,000 for what? But couldn't you took that $340,000 and done something in the community that was positive? You know what I'm saying? And used $20,000-$30,000 to buy a car. You know what I'm saying? Right. So the thing is, we do that because that's not the African dream. We don't have the African mindset. That's the American dream. But right. We don't know being all this flashy. Bam, I got these diamonds, all these rappers, is bragging and bringing this hip hop culture. We are the hip hop culture, but bringing this hip hop mentality to our community. We're making people in our community, even drug dealers, whoever in our community, it make them think like, okay, just because I made this much money today, I can go buy these rims or buy these diamonds. But at the same time, who are you really making rich? Do you follow what I'm saying? So, and you making yourself poor. So, that's not wealth. Do you follow what I'm saying? So, wealth is, for one, is when you can invest in things that appreciate and that it makes money on its own. That's appreciating. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Right.
So if I buy rims or a chain, it's constantly depreciating. It becomes a liability to wealth. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Right.
So if we don't understand sovereignty, meaning to be self-governing and start your own union. Like we have unions here, Local 334. We have all these unions that protect people with jobs. But not one union that I have knowledge of that's black owned. And Martin Luther King was trying to start a black union before the cracker killed him. You follow what I'm saying? So which they killed mostly all our leaders. But we still don't have a black union to this day. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know black people that own water, man. We could make our own water. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know black owned tissue. It's a necessity. Do you follow what I'm saying? But yet we bragging on we got a Bugatti.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying? This don't make no, you don't even own the toilet paper, man. Do you follow what I'm saying? So if we begin to understand sovereignty and self-governing, this means we have to do for ourselves now. You know what I'm saying? We got to start pooling our resources. And like the sovereignty movement and people saying all this different paperwork, I don't understand that. I don't know nothing about that. Sovereignty in itself is just being self-governing. Say, I'm not about to be under this government, under his rulership anymore. I'm going to govern myself. We can start a nation unto ourselves. That's why I'm saying taking back our community. That's an act of being sovereignty. And you don't have to, for the people that's trying to be sovereign, you don't have to do no paperwork to be sovereign. You know, we went through this stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be no paperwork to be sovereign. You born sovereign. You know what I'm saying? It's your choice to get caught up in the system. You know what I'm saying? Just like right now, I got driver's license, right? You got driver's license. We got driver's license because we caught up. We working our way out of the system. You know what I'm saying? But we have this. Why? Why do we have driver's license? Why is that? Because you don't need driver's license. Lawfully, I should say. Right. You don't need driver's license. When the word drive in the Black Law Dictionary, it means commercial use of the interstate. Okay? So but you have by law a right to travel. You don't need a driver's license to travel. You have a right to own a car. When we get a car, we go to Secretary of State and register that car because we're not registering a car, we're registering a what? A vehicle.
Right.
See, by legality, a vehicle is used for commercial purposes. So if you saying this is a vehicle and not a car is personal, right? You don't have to pay the taxes on that. And you don't have to register that. So why we have our own DMV or Secretary of State for black people? Do you follow what I'm saying?
Right.
Why don't we have these things set up for ourselves? We have enough churches, we have enough mosques, enough synagogues, temples, whatever, that we can come together, the black church, the Hebrew Israelites, and the Muslims, to come together and start our own government. You know what I'm saying? Our own sovereign nation. So I'm saying the sovereignty, when you get to look into sovereignty, such as the Moor Kush Nation, which they started their own nation, they got a radio station too. I don't have it. I can tell y'all the radio station in a minute, but and they talk about this every day. But if we go ahead and say collectively, we're gonna start doing our own thing, because when we go get a license, you paying an unnecessary tax. Because what they saying is, I'm telling y'all, the United States government is the real mafia. Right. If you want to drive on my road, you gotta pay me. You can do anything you want. Matter of fact, they say it's a Christian nation, but everything God said don't do, the Caucasian race said do. Think about this. You wanna sell some weed? Pay me. Yeah. You wanna sell some sex? Pay me. You see what I'm saying? You want to sell some liquor, pay me. You can do anything you want to do, but pay me.
Right.
That's how the mob came here. Do you follow what I'm saying? So think about this. But if somebody shoot a porn without paying them, do you follow what I'm saying? You go to prison. If you ferment you some potatoes and make you some liquor, you know what I'm saying, or some corn, you make you some liquor, right, and begin to sell it, you go to jail, unless you do what?
Pay them.
Pay who?
Pay them crackers.
You see what I'm saying? So this a game. You can drive, but hey, if you don't pay me, take you to jail.
And see, I support that sovereignty, man, and I move in sovereignty. You know, I mean, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I want to do, regardless. You know what I mean? And that's just being a black man and a man.
Being
but
God.
At the same time, exactly, true indeed, being God. But at the end of the day, yeah, I do abide by rules and regulations, because being a man, there's rules to everything. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean just go out and just do foolish things and break laws. Because we are people of righteousness, we gonna move righteous, and everything that we do is gonna be righteous. So you don't just go out and do stupid and foolish things. Now I understand as far as that with the driver's license, that's still another form of technology. They want to make it think that they are giving you something. It's called a privilege. It's a privilege to have driver's license. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, they want you to think, okay, if you do this, and you pay us this, we would give you this. We would give you the privilege to drive a motor vehicle on our roads. You know?
Okay, back to your sovereignty. In history, back to your sovereignty. In history, I learned South Carolina, the governors. Have you heard of those in history?
The governors of South Carolina?
Mm-hmm. It was a black caucus.
Yep.
Okay, and also in Oklahoma.
Yep.
You heard about that?
Right.
Okay, which was
Black Wall Street.
History,
right.
Black Wall Street, which was the uproar of the massacre of the black folks.
They dropped the bomb on.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And pillaged their homes.
So
and actually looted their homes.
What can you learn from their mistakes? Or did you learn from what they did on their mistakes?
Yes, I did. And I was gonna mention something about when he was talking about the driver license, like certain rules we gotta go by. I mean, the whole thing about it is we going by rules because we still in the clutches of Satan.
Right.
But we working our way out. But the rules they have is injustice. So even though the Black Wall Street in Oklahoma had their own thing going, circulating their own black dollar, but the biggest mistake they made, which I learned, you know what I'm saying, and was this. For one, they had no military. For one. And they knew that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Elijah Muhammad taught us that the white man kept us away from three sciences. One is the science of warfare. Two is the science of business, because you need to understand how warfare to protect your business. You know what I'm saying? And then the science of procreation, because you need somebody to keep your business alive forever.
Right.
And your bloodline, the only one going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So was three signs we kept away. But another thing that Black Wall Street didn't do, guess what? Oklahoma was the crackers' land.
True.
You see what I'm saying? So what we got to do is when we say if we took over Detroit, the geographical, we bought all Detroit up. It became ours. We bought it all. So now we make the rules in Detroit. So you have a right to travel. You don't have to use that driver's license. You have a right to travel. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Right.
So you don't have to pay these different taxes. That's all they are, is taxes. You know, so, and I was gonna say about a lot of these stores they making us pay all these unnecessary taxes, like these houses you get, like in Africa. You buy a house, because I'm planning on moving to Africa. You buy a house in Africa, you pay for it one time. You know, so this house right here I got paid for it every year, but I own it.
Taxes.
What is that all about? Because they own the land. So I'm paying taxes to the land it's on. So anytime they go, they can say, man, get out of my land.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm going to do is take your house with you, man. I said, my house can't fold up, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I really almost don't own the crib, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm that pimping. I recognize pimping.
That's what
You know what I'm saying? I ain't always been a Muslim, you know what I'm saying? So that's game. So the whole thing is, when we are becoming sovereign, we have to own the land. So what we didn't know as black people, that real riches is in real estate. What is real estate? Land. It ain't the houses. They can have all the house you want. As long as I own that land, I would be the one that's rich. You see what I'm saying? So what we do is a system that how we get our land back. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the land is owned by municipalities, owned by government, not a person in Michigan. So in all over the United States. So therefore, this means you have the right to get a land patent on that land. You know, so they have to own land. It's a mistake they didn't have. They didn't have Oklahoma as their own land.
Right.
You know, and then they need a militia, a police. And what people didn't understand, if you go back to the history of the Crips and Bloods and the Gangster Disciples and Insane Vice Lords, what happened is, years ago, I know the history of these people. I read their literature. It was not about no gang banging, and these wasn't rivals. They was policing our community. I sat with an old guy one day. He said, "Man, when I was little, I remember the sheriff used to pull up at my house, white sheriff, come out down south, rape my grandmother, walk out, unzip his pants, and look at me, call me a nigga, leave on the porch."
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So he was going up down south. He's like, "Man, I just see this, man." You know what I'm saying? So he's like, what gangs, when gangs was coming about, they formed these organizations with Islam backing, secretly, because Islam was kind of dangerous at the time, but secretly with Islam practicing to police the black communities. When they fell off policing the black communities, what happened is the Black Panther Party came in and the Nation of Islam came in. But the Nation of Islam not police community no more. Black Panther not police the community no more. And the gangs, what happened is they gave the Crips guns and they gave the Bloods dope. The government did this.
Right.
They never had no guns and dope. They were never beefing. But on this side of town, guess what? If these guys got all the dope, they focus off of protecting their neighborhood, they making money. But these other guys got all the guns. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no money.
They going to get the money.
They going to get the money. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that's why we got to understand every cause have an effect. So, but if we can teach, this is why Farrakhan been trying to teach the gang. He invite the gangs to go talk to him, but they can actually be the militia.
Right.
Because instead of convicting, you can police go back to protecting our community. You can wear your blues and your red, whatever you want to wear, that's your uniform. But protect our community, police our community. You know what I'm saying?
Don't bring harm to it.
Don't bring harm to the community and get these crackers out of our community riding around here jumping out on people for no reason because they look suspicious. Every black person looks suspicious to a hunky.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we their natural enemy.
We all look the same.
You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, I think the mistake was not having a militia, which they don't want black people to have a militia. Now they're trying to get people off. They make you, when you get out of prison, they make you sign a contract. You know, they the masters at contracts. Sign a contract to say you won't be nowhere even near a firearm.
Nothing
You
look
understand?
like a firearm.
Doesn't look like a firearm. And if your homeboy got one, we still take you to prison. You with him. Do you follow what I'm saying? So they said we gonna put you back in the slave plantation. So they trying to scare us to death away from firearms. You follow what I'm saying? But see, that's taking a person's manhood. And that's why I say Islam teach you to stand on what you believe in and die for what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing about it is a person have to be willing to die what they believe in. And they had that system, Black Wall Street. They had to be willing to die for what they believed in. They needed militia and they needed land. Those are three mistakes I think they had. They didn't have Islam. You know what I'm saying? So when they bombed Oklahoma, they bowed down with the pussyfoot religion Christianity, tell you to turn your other cheek. You know what I'm saying? So they bowed down, you know what I'm saying? So, oh man, they dropped the bomb, they killed all these people. Oh, it's time for us to drop a bomb, but whoop, we can't because we don't got no militia.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So it's a wrap.
I was looking at that at Black Wall Street, right? And I was looking at the documentary of it, and Europeans, man, one European came in there after they ran everybody out, looted the house. The same thing that they was talking about. This is what black people do when so-called protests. They did it in St. Louis. How they broke up in the stores and started looting. But where you think they got this from? Them Europeans did it back in the the Black Wall Street area, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, when they ran all the black people out. One hunky come out talking about, man, they got better stuff in their house than we got. So they running up in there pulling stuff out, taking furniture, putting it on the back of their trucks and things of this nature. So, but it's okay though when they do it. A lot of things is okay when they do it. You know what I mean? But it's not okay when a black man, they want to make it seem like, oh, that's so wrong, that's so. But at the end of the day, just like last night, all those officers got shot down in Dallas. But you know, y'all took the footage off of the two innocent black men that got shot and killed in front of their babies, and the other one had a 15-year-old son. You know what I mean? And unjustly been shot. But y'all took the cover off of them and said, why is these people shooting officers? Why you think they are shooting officers? Not saying that it's right, but why do you think they shooting officers? People is fed up. Exactly. Not saying that they was wrong. I'm definitely not going to say that. But at the end of the day, though, so y'all say, because now y'all saying, oh, the black lives really don't matter. These white officers is over here getting shot. They deserve all the coverage. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going to follow this step by step. This is breaking news. We'll deal with that later. You know what I mean? But this is why we have the mindset that we have. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all for the brother, like he say. We have to have our own. We have to own our own. We got to push these people about our community because they're not doing nothing. They're not bringing us no help. Which really, we don't need their help. We just need each other help. That's why I say it's not my problem or his problem. It's our problem. As a black nation, it is our problems. You know what I mean? These young boys, they're just ready for the movement. They ready to ride out. You know what I mean? Their anger just misdirected. They need some guidance. You know what I mean? They warriors. They warriors by nature. You know what I mean? But they not talking. There's no talk. There's no peace. They saying, let's go to war. You know what I mean? But the same thing, we got to get these people, we got to get these youngsters from directing these guns at each other because you may kill this brother today and then not knowing later on, a year or two, a month, two later, that same brother that you killed would have been the one to save your life from being, you know what I'm saying, snatched away from you. You know what I mean? Because love is love, and black people, it's hard to sit back and watch something happen to another brother, whether you know that brother or not, or you know that sister or not. You're not going to really let no harm come to them, especially not from these